So this is an unusual job because normally you wouldn't go to this sort of involvement on a straight strung overdamper. Overdamper means the dampers, these things here, are on top of the hammers. Okay, so it's never as good because if you're going to damp something, it's best to damp it in the middle of the strings, and that all changed around 1920. So we're looking at a 1905 piano here or something, and they get clanky because what happens after 100 years, eels, just down here, these felts wear out. So I've been threading in. Well, first of all, obviously you've got to get rid of all traces of the old felt. Then I've been putting in a thread of new felt here, and it has to be just thick enough, okay? Because if it's too thick, it's just got to literally line that hole there. You see, if you make it too wide, it will start coiling around more, and then this damper lift rod won't not be free to go up and down. Actually, that's not brilliant as it is. And so that's the idea, is to thread it through. We put glue on it, you leave it to dry a bit, and then you cut off this spare, and then you've got to open up the hole again, which you've just created. Open up the felt with something that I used this, just thick enough, and then hopefully they'll go up and down. The dampers are a bit this piano hasn't been used for a while anyway, so they're a bit stiff from lack of use. So this is the sort of problem when you start tackling things. First of all, I had to reface the hammers because the hammers were just so hard and creating such a terrible sound. So I did that, and then when things were quieter, the customer then heard all this clanking, which was always there, but she didn't notice it. So I've had to bring the action back. I mean, she's paying me extra to do it, but obviously, normally I wouldn't dream of sort of quoting for these sort of jobs with something that you can get on eBay for, well, free usually. They're just so old now, but the lady loves the outside of the piano, and what can you do? So, and she's prepared to pay. So I've been working away. So because my background in the 80s was dealing with loads of these type of pianos, I'm one of the few generation that can still tackle them, because mostly the only things we see now on the road are 1980s or newer.